I thought only finals did best of 5.
I guess I don't know. This is my tournament.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, now it's losers finals. Wow, he made it really far. That guarantees him 4th place.
Yeah,
Wow.
that did good.
Yeah, good job to Havoc, to Jacob. He did a really good job. Really surprised us all.
Serious. We should get him on here so you can talk about it.
I don't know, where is he? I don't know if he'll want to talk about it. He might be upset.
Yeah, you know. Well, I mean, he sounded pretty pleased with just how far he was able to get. So
Maybe we'll get him on later when he passes by.
yeah.
Now we're getting losers finals, which is a snake ditto.
Yay.
I haven't seen one of those in a while.
I haven't seen one of those in like a couple weeks because it happened last time.
The snake ditto.
Because I mean, I don't remember who did it last time because I know it was.
Last time you were here, we had
Havoc.
3 snake dittos. Three snake dittos in a row.
Yeah, yeah. And I was here for at least one of those.
Yeah, it was.
And it was Havoc and somebody else, and it was, I think, like losers final again, or winners final, or winners semi. I can't remember. All I remember is that it happened, and we were able to critique back and forth.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna see a complete difference of 2 snake matchups,
yeah.
like in the flesh, essentially, because both of these snakes just play completely different.
Well,
Havoc
it also shows you the versatility of the character, being that they can play him so differently and still be very successful.
Havoc likes to play very stylish. He likes to play very aggressive and very read-based. While from what I've seen from Broken plays confirm. He plays to the confirms.
Okay.
Which we're gonna see how these two interact with each other and how they boil down and change their playstyles throughout.
Right.
Well, while we wait, I'm pretty sure he went to the restroom.
Good possibility. But I mean, with Havoc, I haven't seen anybody so far take control of the field with explosives like Havoc does.
Oh no, not at all. And with Havoc, it's more of just like a threat of the explosive rather than the explosive itself.
Absolutely, because I mean, he sets it down and then he just kind of forgets about it himself, and then when somebody just walks
When it
over
comes back
he
onto
just takes
stream,
care of
you're
it.
just like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's there now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look where he is, and look what's underneath him. Let's go ahead and do it. I mean, he just kind of sets it up and then just kind of wanders off, and then when everybody comes back to it, it's just like, oh yeah, boom.
Let's see how this goes. I know the snakes overall don't like the snake ditto. So I don't know if maybe Broken will switch characters. I know Havoc won't switch characters. He doesn't have a character.
Right.
Well, at least not from what I know of. Maybe it's DK. He has a really good DK. But
Yeah.
DK struggles a lot in this game. I mean, it kind of sucks, but so be it. Some characters have to struggle. Some other characters have to flourish. That's the nature of a game.
Right. Most Smash players I know don't really like a Ditto. In a lot of the other fighting games that I've played, a lot of people like mirror matches because it's that pride thing. It's like who's the better character, who's got better control over the character, who knows more about it, who can call out more, who can figure out who's going to do what better or worse. But a lot of the Smash characters that I see popping up in general, especially at the lower levels, there's like, no, you can't do that. Pick another character. No, you pick another character. And they play together and they just hate it.
Yeah, it's mainly because not like all the other games where like there are bread and butters. There are combos that you can do. There's some combos that are better than others. Some of them are there's more callouts. This game is more of just you pick a character that you like their tool set and then you make it work for you. And instead of just like having, oh yeah, so if I get him with jab 1, I can convert this into etc. etc. This game is very flowcharted, not very flowcharted. It's very freeform, and so that's why a lot of characters don't play the same, and a lot of players don't play the same.
Well, I mean, you get into high level play with other games like. With other games in general, you have the same kind of setup because, I mean, it's not necessarily that it's flowcharty, it just turns into, if you get a hit confirmed, now you need to know what tools you have in order to profit off of that confirm. It's the same kind of thing in this. You get a confirm off of it, and then you have to know what to do with it afterwards, like that right there. And then like that right there, being able to come back from it, but he still couldn't. He tried. So it's knowing about your tool set and being better at it.
Yeah, and it's just, some people just don't, it's weird because some people just don't like to deal with their own character because like a lot of people will just get into the mentality of like, oh, this character's really good, so I don't want to play against it.
Yeah, and I can understand that absolutely. There's a lot of games that are like that in general, and I know people that dislike doing that in other games too. It's just most of the games that I know that isn't Smash. It's kind of a pride thing. A lot of people are just like, not another mirror match. But the higher your skill set goes, it just turns into pride.
Yeah, of course. I just think that, and I
But
think
that's
like
just other games.
yeah, it's just other games. These are like a couple very different communities, and each one of them has their own different kinds of pride.
See, with this though, I can understand why somebody wouldn't want to do, because I mean, you can see it already. I would not want to do a snake versus snake because of the sheer amount of explosives that are just going to be on the field. That's going to be absolute chaos, and it's going to be annoying because they're going to play extremely similar, and look at all of that. It's just, I mean,
Yeah, well,
what's it going to do? And especially if they end up with see, and there it goes again. It's everywhere. It's like a battlefield, literally.
I think it's mainly because of the fact that like when it comes to zoning characters and overall just zoning characters, zoner and trappers, a lot of people don't really stop. Ooh, we got a lead.
Nice.
A lot of people, first of all, don't want to watch that, and also don't understand the nuances of the characters. Because in this game, in this game, a lot more than others, you can very clearly see why someone will choose to either stand somewhere or like position himself or like throw out a move at that moment.
Right.
Because it's just, there's more stage, there's more things going on in the match. Oh, he really wanted that. It actually was death, but he saved him. But yeah, like I was saying, like, why would I want to stand on a platform rather than cover the center of the stage? It's stuff like that. And the thing about it is that most spectators who aren't diehard fans or don't follow it competitively, they just don't understand that nuance and they can't appreciate it like others.
And he couldn't pull out the C4 at the end there. He just ended up done.
Yeah.
It probably would have killed him anyways too, with how high his percentage was.
Yeah, if he didn't low enough, he might have barely lived. But Havoc is very good at just catching someone doing that and spiking them again, because he does it. Like if
he does it enough that he knows the exact timing for
yeah,
it.
like if you look at his Twitter, it's kind of what he does. He just gets really clips of him doing essentially that and a bunch of other really cool read-based stuff, or like getting really nasty combos, and then just and he gets a bunch of clips of those, puts it on his Twitter, makes an edit out of it.
Nice.
His tag on Twitter is switch to Kiro. His tag on Twitter is what is it? Flashiest snake in SoCal, and he lives up to his name for the most part. He tries his best to be the flashiest snake.
Good. Now I hear that Hero just has a really weird moveset that people just don't like, or at least they haven't liked it for a while.
Yeah. So Hero is one of the few characters that can just pull up a menu and just have a lot of just different abilities, or like different specials.
Right.
And so what the reason why
okay, I see.
So the reason why he went this character is because what's it called? Hero has I thought it was gonna be stopped.
That was almost cross.
But Hero has a lot of. Hero is the RNG character because his menu's random, as well as like all of his other options. He has crits that he can do that will do massive amounts of damage, knockback. But the main reason why he went for this counter pick is because Hero has a special ability called Bounce, and Bounce reflects every single projectile in the game. And so it allows him to essentially negate the majority of the grenades that are thrown, and the key does as well. But he one thing he can't do is negate his C4.
Right, because it's already planted.
Yeah, the C4 is an item, but it's a very weird item, as it can't be interacted with no more when it's being dropped and placed down, and then when it's being exploded again.
But what about King K. Rool's crown? Wouldn't that still be able to trip it?
No.
Really?
C4 is on a timer base as well as his trigger. So the moment you want to explode it, you can, but you have, I think, 23 seconds until it explodes. And so placement of your C4 is very important, as well as keeping track of it.
Okay, I got it.
Another thing is that Hero, his side B is very good at spacing. It has 3 charges. Every single one of his specials have 3 charges, and his second charge for his side special covers a lot of the stage and allows him to essentially poke without getting hit by any of the grenades. Although the biggest problem is that he's running out of MP.
Right, but when he comes back, he's got more. And it's got a really slow regeneration rate. I was actually noticing that. I was trying to figure out how they balanced that out because, I mean, being able to just whip out special after special after special is just, I mean, that would have been broken.
This character is rewarded off of getting hits, but not special hits, normal hits. So
Right.
you can use your MP to get a hit, but you won't recover any more MP. Over time, you will get MP, very slowly. It's not good. Ooh. It's very slowly, but if you end up hitting a snake or with an opponent with any normal, any grab, anything that isn't a special, you'll get more MP in chunks. You'll get
Okay,
10,
it works.
20.
It works like any typical action RPG then.
Yeah, of course. That's his whole. That's where he's from. Is JRPG.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just talking about action RPGs in general, because in action RPG, you hit somebody and it builds up your special meter, or your MP meter, or whatever it is that you use in order to cast specials in general.
And it looks like he's. If he
don't,
goes,
don't do it. Don't do it.
well, the thing about
Christ.
Banjo is he has Wonder Wing, allows him to recover safer. Doesn't have to really worry about too much of the explosions, as well as it just bodies through a lot of the explosions. But
There we go.
But
I think he was doing better with Hero, to be honest. I don't think Banjo would have been a good matchup.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Mainly because we already have a Banjo in the high desert, and he dropped Banjo, but for a while, he did a lot of crazy stuff. But you have to do crazy stuff in order to be good with Banjo, and it's just not worth the time because a lot of it is not even up to you at some point. It's just up to the game itself.
Right.
And as you can see, Havoc is actually burning bounce time. You can actually see it flicker a little bit before it disappears. And he's doing a really good job of just wasting bounce. Bounce is the strongest tool he has in this matchup, and he just kind of wasted it. Also, he uses Accelerato, which allows him to just be faster, jump higher, changes his weight class as well, makes him from a normal weight class to a fast faller, and a light, so that changes a lot.
Right.
But for the most part, he has a lot of tools that can get into Snake, but in my opinion, he's too busy getting the tools rather than using them. And it's
Well, I mean, he's trying to get the tools that he wants, and that's the thing about having an RNG character. You don't play the character plays you. That's the big joke that we always have about Faust and Guilty Gear. You don't play Faust plays you. So you have to use the tool that you're given. So when he brings up the palette, he just needs to be able to use the best tool that he can. So he keeps using Psych Up and then Kaboom, and his lightning as well to great effect. So as long as he can just use the tools that he's able to get instead of just trying to bank on them and then getting the ones that he wants and then using them at the right moments. Holy crap, really?
something about that. Well, first of all, he fastball it, so it obviously took him down a lot. But another thing is that that forwarder has a lot of landing or lag if you don't land.
Right.
So he was just either way. If he could up B, he was stuck in lag for too long.
Okay.
That it wouldn't have made a
That side
difference.
B didn't do him too good.
Yeah, but this is where players get changed because now they have to make the comeback and they can't just be like, oh, I still have a stock, I still have 2 stocks.
Right,
Now
right.
it's just more do or die, and playstyles change, call-outs change.
Yep. Broken's still ahead. He can still pull it, but Havoc's really good at just coming back from it.
Yeah, like I said before, this character is
Ooh.
very trap based and will honestly take any trades that you'll get in as long
Right.
as it doesn't kill him.
Right, right.
And so Snake, you never really have too much of a lead against Snake because he can always just kind of camp you out, and that whack could have killed. So do you know how whack works, by the way?
No.
So
Oh,
ooh,
there it was. There's our 3.
we got to
Too
run
bad,
back.
Broken.
Yeah. But how whack works is that it has a chance of instant killing at any percent, but it's a lower chance the less percent you have.
Oh, okay. It's his.
So-
It's his insta kill. It's his instant death spell from the game.
Yeah,
I got
he
it.
has
I got
2. He has whack, which is just a small, tiny projectile that moves very slowly, and then he has thwack, that is a very big explosion in front of him.